friend, real quick, before we get started, I wanted to let you know about some things coming up. If you are in the Memphis area or want to make a trip here, registration is open for the Annie Oakley Buffalo Bill Super Sprint and Sprint Triathlon on June 24th. This is a great opportunity to race a fast and fun course. I'll be there as a race official and Josh will be MC, so be sure to come say hi. Another great event, the Dragonfly Triathlon, is coming up on August 26th in Sardis, Mississippi. This race features a fast out-and-back bike course and a partial trail run. It's another great race put on by PR Event Management, and I'll be at that one too. Also starting up again this year is the Shelby Farms Open Water Swim Sessions. Nearly every Sunday morning until Ironman 70.3 Memphis in October, you can swim in Hyde Lake at Shelby Farms, where both the Memphis and May triathlons and the Ironman 70.3 take place. The cost is $15 per session, or you can swim for free when you volunteer. I'll be there most Sundays, so I hope to see you there. Links will be in the show notes. Triathletes often have jam-packed training schedules, juggling swimming, cycling, and running workouts. But where does strength training fit in? Many athletes wonder how to incorporate it effectively without compromising their triathlon training. Today, we're going to explore the crucial topic of incorporating strength training into your busy triathlon training plan. We'll discuss why strength training is essential for triathletes, what researchers have to say about it, and provide you with valuable tips and exercises to enhance your performance. So let's dive right into episode 27 of the Official Triathlete Podcast. Hey, my friend. My name is Danita Jacobs. Some people know me as a nurse, a leader, and health expert. Other people know me as a coach, race official, and seasoned triathlete. But at the end of the day, I'm simply a friend with a mission. I want to help you transform your life. My goal isn't to help millions. My goal is to help you. Welcome to the Official Triathlete Podcast, where you will learn about all things multisport, broken down into bite-sized pieces, and how we can blend life demands with fitness goals. My approach is different because I am blending my 20-plus years of healthcare and athletic experience to help you be the healthiest, happiest, and most balanced athlete you can be. I believe in you, even if you don't. You really can reach those soaring goals, and I'm here to help you get there. I am so glad that you made it here. If you have a question or topic idea, get in touch and let me know. After all, this show is for you. Enjoy! Hello, my friends and fellow athletes. Thanks for tuning in. I'm so grateful that you are here. Before we talk about strength training, I like to start with a little message from my Train with Heart program. It's my mission to transform the whole athlete, so Heart not only develops and prepares the body for improved athletic performance, but aims to optimize the whole person through healing, empowerment, awareness, reflection, and transformation. So each episode, I share a little snippet from how I help my athletes with one of these elements. Today, we are going to discuss empowerment. I had a whole different message planned for my empowerment topic. I had it outlined and ready to go. I thought this episode was complete and ready to record. But something changed at the last minute. I heard a message so inspiring, I needed to share it. I mentioned last week that I am going through some hard things. It has so heavily impacted some of my workouts that I haven't been able to complete them. My friend, it is raining in my life. And really, it's not just rain, it's a storm. But though it is difficult, I gained a bit of motivation today that has shifted my perspective. And as I started to record this episode, my heart tugged and all I could think about is sharing it with you. You know this podcast is about triathlon, but I always want to give you an inspiring message first. And being that this week is about empowerment, I have to share an empowering message that is directly impacting my life. Are you in a storm right now? It's so easy to complain and so easy to feel down on ourselves. No one likes storms. No one likes being in a storm. No one likes the storm except for the gardener. The gardener knows that the rain is just as important as the sun for the harvest. The gardener knows that the rain is necessary for growth. So the gardener is thankful for the rain. The gardener knows that the rain is a blessing. You and me are gardeners of our lives. And like so many, it is so much easier to have faith when it's sunny and everything is going our way. We're happy, we're motivated, and we're ready to take on the challenge of a new day. We're ready to take on the world and try something new. But when it rains, we tend to complain. We tend to fill ourselves with doubt. So today, instead of complaining, instead of being down on myself, instead of giving up, I'm being grateful for the storm because I know the storm is growing my endurance, my healing, and the harvest of my life. Sometimes we just have to face things head on. To relate this to triathlon, I was just talking to my husband about a trip we took to Chattanooga when I was training for Ironman Louisville. We were laughing together about a specific moment that sure as hell wasn't funny at the time. We decided to climb Lookout Mountain. Lookout Mountain is 2,000 feet above sea level, and let me tell you, some parts of it are steep. We started the day feeling strong and ready to take it on, but I actually had no clue what I was in for. I really wasn't prepared. I started at the bottom and worked my way up the first incline, around the corner onto the next incline, and kept making the corners, blowing through my gears. I found myself only 2 miles into the climb, out of gears, and my quads were on fire. We turned another corner only to see another steep incline. I was doomed. I had no gears left. I had no climbing power left. Now, if you've been listening to this podcast, you will have heard stories of me losing my cool before, and this time was no different. Right there at the bottom of the 5th or 6th incline, I gave up. I couldn't do it anymore. I thought, I have nothing else to give. No more power. No more oomph. I was done. I was a failure. I was in the storm of self-doubt. So I screamed. I was angry. I blamed, well, anything I could think of except for me. And then I cried. It was awful. I'll never forget that moment and how awful I felt about myself. Then something happened. I remembered. Times are hard, and I had 2 options: give up or go on. Oh, giving up was tempting. We could have just turned around, taken it easy going downhill, and been done for the day. Or I could weather the storm and push. I remembered the purpose of the climb: to build strength and endurance. Giving up defeated the purpose. So I got up, reset my gears, and without any momentum, started that steep climb again. And we climbed, turned around a curve, saw the next daunting steep incline, and climbed, and did that over and over again for another 6 or 7 miles until we reached the top. Victory. Only I couldn't see the victory in that moment. I had to have another cry first. I mean, I don't know. Hey, I'll add a picture to the blog post that goes with this episode, but after I caught my breath, I knew I had achieved what I was intended to do. Without that storm, the harvest would not have been possible. This storm you are in is preparing you. It's preparing your harvest. Your harvest could be your dreams. Your harvest could be your health. What if these storms were sent to grow something in your life? We all want sun, but we need rain too. You see, we all do this. We place limitations in our minds. We place these death sentences on our dreams by telling ourselves that it's over or that we can't, by telling ourselves that we're done. We tell ourselves all these things that don't serve us at all. What is your dream? What is something that you want to do, but you're holding yourself back? What are you really made of? What voices are you listening to? Some of us listen to these voices that tell us we can't, or we aren't good enough, or we aren't supposed to. We worry about failure. We worry about what others will think. We worry we won't fit in. Sometimes it's not even conscious thoughts. But here's what I heard this morning. Go find out. If you think that dream isn't for you, go find out. If you're worried about failing, go find out. You think you're not good enough, fit enough, fast enough, thin enough, young enough? Go find out. You think you're not capable of finishing a multi-sport event? Go find out. If you think you can't be an athlete, go find out. If you think you can't insert something here, go find out. Because what I think you will find is that you're stronger than you think you are. You're going to find that you have not been giving yourself the credit you deserve. You are more incredible, more powerful, and more amazing than you think you are. Look, we've all been there, and we all come back to these moments. I've had all of the same plaguing self-doubt that's holding you back. I revisit it often. My mind is trying to make me revisit those thoughts now. But I have to be more powerful than that. And so do you. So, my friend, I empower you to go find out. Stop letting the lies you tell yourself hold you back and go find out what you really can do. Because, my friend, you can do anything you set your mind to. And I believe that. I have faith in you, my friend. Did you know that there are nearly 700 named muscles in the human body? In a typical person, musculature accounts for nearly 35 to 40% of the body's total mass. What matters to us most is how well our muscles contract and relax. Therefore, conditioning the muscles to generate force while maintaining a flexible range of motion is key for performance. Multi-sport athletes use a wide range of muscles. After all, we're performing in 3 different sports during one event. In fact, I would say that triathletes can develop the most well rounded physiques due to the nature of our training. We literally use our entire bodies. Stretching and strengthening our muscles significantly improves our performance. Weak and inflexible muscles will produce minimal power and are more prone to pulling and straining. What does this mean? Well, strength and conditioning are important pieces to the training puzzle. However, if you are like most multi-sport athletes, you are already spending a considerable amount of time swimming, cycling, and running. How the heck are we supposed to fit in strength training too? You are right, my friend. There just aren't enough hours in the day to do everything we want to. There are not enough hours to swim, bike, run, strength train, stretch, cross train, do yoga, foam roll, sit in the sauna, take hot baths. Oh, and work, take care of kids, clean the house, cook, do laundry, and whatever else we're required to do. You are then forced to determine what is the most important. What needs to be done today? How do you structure your training plan so that you can fit it all in? Well, this is a question I get asked a lot. So, my friend, let's talk about it. How does one incorporate strength training into their training plan when it is already so full? First, I can't help but say hiring a coach to develop your plan is the ideal way to go. A coach will look at your current abilities, your future goals, your training availability, and your accessibility to proper equipment to develop a unique plan that fits your needs. Remember, you don't have to go it alone. Hire someone with proper training and experience to develop a training plan that you can follow and be confident that you are fitting in exactly what you need to thrive on race day. If you need help with a customized training plan, I do that, and I would love to help you. I know how overwhelming training can be. All right, let's dig into strength training. There are many different philosophies on when and where to incorporate strength training into a training plan. I am simply going to speak from my own experience, what I have done in the past, and what I am doing now to prepare for my upcoming race. Let's start by discussing the benefits of strength training. Athletes that incorporate regular strength training improve their ability to produce better muscular force and ensure that their musculoskeletal system can handle their cardiovascular requirements on race day. Studies suggest that an athlete's time to exhaustion increases, meaning that the athlete can swim, bike, or run further in a given time at a given intensity when their overall strength capacity is improved. These studies suggest that gains of 10 to 30% can be seen with effective strength training. Now, the studies do not show an improvement in aerobic capacity, but that's not the goal of strength training anyway. Strength training will improve your ability to maintain higher levels of resistance for longer periods, and this will ultimately improve your ability to produce more power, therefore increasing your speed. Here are some more reasons it is important to incorporate strength training into your routine. Number 1, injury prevention. Strength training helps improve muscular imbalances, enhances joint stability, and strengthens connective tissue, reducing the risk of injuries commonly seen in triathletes. Research suggests that strength training programs targeting specific muscle groups can reduce the incidence of overuse injuries in triathletes. Strength training increases bone density and enhances muscle mass, therefore protecting vulnerable joints from injury. Number 2, increased power and endurance. Stronger muscles generate more force, leading to improved cycling power, swim propulsion, and running economy. This can translate into faster race times and improved overall performance. Weightlifting actually increases the slow twitch muscle fibers, which don't produce lactic acid at the same time as the fast twitch muscles. This means that you can power through for longer periods of time. Research shows that strength training, particularly exercises that target the lower body, can enhance running economy, allowing triathletes to maintain a faster pace while expending less energy. Numerous studies have shown that combining strength training with endurance training can lead to improved triathlon performance, including faster race times and increased cycling power. Number 3, improved technique and form. Strength training can help triathletes develop better body control, coordination, and proprioception. This can result in more effective movement patterns during swimming, cycling, and running, leading to enhanced technique and form. So we know strength training is important, but how do we incorporate it into our already super busy schedule? First and foremost, it's important to prioritize your key swim, bike, and run sessions. Identify these workouts as the primary focus and ensure that they take precedence over strength training. Once you have that established, you can allocate dedicated strength training days within your training program. Aim for 2 to 3 sessions per week, allowing ample recovery time between each workout. To optimize your time, consider combining strength and mobility exercises. This means incorporating exercises that not only enhance strength, but also improve your range of motion and flexibility. For example, lunges, squats, and deadlifts can not only increase your strength, but also improve joint mobility when performed correctly. Another effective strategy is to incorporate circuit training. By designing a circuit that targets different muscle groups, you can combine strength and cardiovascular workouts. This approach keeps your heart rate elevated while working on muscular strength and endurance, saving you valuable time. Now, the thing about strength training for triathletes is that you want to incorporate exercises that develop function and not just form. Our goals look a little different than regular strength training programs. We are not bodybuilders. You see, using resistance exercises in the same way that bodybuilders do can actually decrease performance in endurance sports. This is because typical strength training programs organize the workouts in such a way as to maximize and balance muscle mass. The triathlete strength training program should be strictly focused on function or the application to force in swimming, cycling, and running. We need to focus on synchronization patterns rather than just shape and size. For our purposes, we use resistance training to develop both the muscles and the central nervous system that control the use of those muscles. So here are some guidelines to follow. Number 1, focus on using multi-joint exercises. An example would be squats, which use 3 joints, the hip, knee, and ankle. Lunges and push-ups are great exercises for multi-joint as well. I know what you may be thinking. These are age-old exercises. Everyone knows about squats, lunges, and push-ups. But hey, oldies are sometimes the best goodies, and sometimes we need reminders not to overcomplicate things. Number 2, focus on prime movers. These are the big muscle groups that do the bulk of the work. For swimming, these would be the lats and chest. For cycling, the quads. And for running, the hamstrings and glutes. Lunges are fantastic for improving leg strength and stability. They target the quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes, all of which are essential for maintaining a strong and stable cycling and running stride. Number 3, focus on mimicking movements of the sport. For example, when doing squats, keep your feet about pedal width apart. For the 3 sports in triathlon, our feet are not spread way apart and our toes are not pointing outwards. Number 4, focus on muscle balance. Think about muscle groups that work together. For example, when your quads are hard at work, so are the hip muscles and the calves. So you'll want to focus on exercises that work the entire muscle group. Deadlifts are an essential exercise that primarily work the posterior chain, including the glutes, hamstrings, and lower back. Deadlifts develop explosive power and strengthen the muscles necessary for efficient running and cycling. Number 5, focus on the core. All 3 sports utilize the core muscles. This is not just your abs, but also includes your lower back. With a strong core, more force can be generated. A weak core and back results in sinking hips and legs when swimming, less pedal power in cycling, and a shortened stride in running. Core exercises play a crucial role in maintaining proper posture and transferring power between the upper and lower body. Exercises like planks, Russian twists, and medicine ball exercises can strengthen your core, enhancing overall performance. And number 6, focus on higher reps with less weight. Instead of doing lots of exercises in one strength training session, focus on just a few exercises that work multiple muscle groups and fatigue the muscle with more reps rather than higher weight. By doing this, your workout will have greater depth than breadth, which results in more significant improvements in the sports we are performing. Okay, so it is also important to remember that your strength training routine will look different during the off-season versus in-season. During the season, when you're preparing for and actually racing, your strength program will be more about maintenance, mobility, and balance. During the off-season, you can focus more on actual strength and muscle mass building. Your heavy lifting and max out should be reserved for the off season when you won't be compromising race day performance. For me, I keep my strength training during the race season pretty minimal and low key. I lift lighter weights and choose exercises that promote mobility. Next, you will want to remain mindful of your race schedule. As race day approaches, be cautious about resistance training. Just like you will cut back the volume of endurance training, you will want to cut back on resistance training too. Be sure to cut back on moves that will leave you fatigued and sore. And don't worry about losing fitness. Studies show that endurance athletes that stop strength training for a short period of time, such as 4 weeks, while continuing with endurance training, do not lose any notable fitness. During the off-season of triathlon, strength training takes center stage as athletes shift their focus towards building a solid foundation of strength. With reduced endurance training volume, triathletes have the opportunity to dedicate more time and energy to strength development. The off-season strength training regimen is characterized by higher volume and intensity, aimed at addressing weaknesses, improving overall strength, power, and muscle development. Athletes engage in a diverse range of exercises, including compound movements like squats, deadlifts, and lunges, as well as exercises targeting specific muscle groups. Following a periodized approach, athletes progress systematically through different training blocks, focusing on hypertrophy, maximal strength, and power. The off-season strength training sets the stage for improved performance, injury prevention, and a stronger foundation for an upcoming triathlon season. Now, if you need help figuring out how to add strength training to your already busy training schedule, get in touch. I would love to help. After all, it's what I'm here for, to help you. You can sign up for a free 30-minute goal-setting session at trinursecoaching.com, and we can discuss your goals and training plan to see how to optimize your plan for greater success. All right, my friend, this has been a packed episode. Next week, I've got a great topic for you, one that I get asked about a lot too. As dedicated triathletes, we're no strangers to pushing our bodies to our limits, and with that comes the occasional battle scar. But fear not, fellow athletes, because I've got the ultimate guide to protect your skin and keep you blister-free throughout your training sessions and races. I'll reveal my personal tips and tricks to help you conquer chafing and blisters so you can focus on achieving your personal best without the nagging discomfort. I'll talk to you then. Bye! That's all for now. Thanks for tuning in. I want to get to know you, so head over to trinursecoaching.com and sign up for a free 30-minute goal-setting session. Love the show? I'd be forever grateful if you left a review and shared the podcast with your friends. And remember, do things that are hard.